All right, so here I'm going to do something that I'd wanted to do, but I realized I haven't done it yet. Except I made one with Jordan, and okay, what I'm talking about is I want to make her watch older movies. You know, I want to talk about them too, but like I just never get around to it. I'm gonna start doing it more often. And like a lot of times, like I don't have enough time to sit there and sit through an entire movie and just watch it. You know, because I don't want to review a movie after I like watch it with friends and like laugh, you know, like talk the whole time, or only watch part of it. But like, I just sat down. I went to Fort Wilderness, and they show the movies like on the big screen, and it's nice. And we watched Monsters Inc. And so I thought I'd talk about it. Let me think. Obviously, it's great. I think it's the funniest. It's the funniest Pixar movie, because I can't think of another Pixar movie that makes me laugh more besides like Toy Story. I don't know. I really can't think of another one that's funnier. But it's just like, okay. So here's one thing. Okay, obviously it's great. You know, Sully and Mike, their whole thing, they're hilarious together. Randall's a great villain. The Boo stuff is all sad and Boo's all cute. The twist with Waternoose is cool. What is it? The Abominable Snowman. That's hilarious. The end, like, there's a lot of cool action in it. You wouldn't think so, but like the whole doors scene is like amazing. The music is amazing. It's got like really sad music and then really fun music, and it's like memorable music. Like if you play it for someone, they'll recognize it. And I feel like that's a problem with movies today, is like we don't have a lot of like distinct soundtracks to movies anymore, unless it's like a musical. But yeah, I really thoroughly enjoyed it. But here's something, I'll talk about something different instead of just oogling about like repeating what everyone else has said about how great it is. The plot is a lot more in depth than I remember. So like what's going on is there's so many different plots going on. So like Mike, there's so many different things. Okay, so like the villain plot, like we think it's that Randall is trying to beat, well, it is. Randall's trying to beat Sully and get more of the scare points. He's trying to break the scare record, right? And what else is going on? But then we find out that Randall is trying to kidnap this kid, and you realize that Randall is in cahoots with Waternoose, and then we're gonna sit there and then we're gonna kidnap the kid and like keep it there they're gonna keep it there forever and just keep putting it in the screen machine, because that's terrifying. Imagine you're that kid, but like, and then Roz is like undercover trying to find Randall. Like so many things are going on, and then you have the scare shortage and like the energy crisis, and like just so many different things are happening in this movie. And like I think it's a little bit overly complicated. It's not focused. It's definitely not focused at all, which is fine. But like that's literally the only flaw I can think of, is that it's got so much going on, and it's like kind of hard to like. I just now like got it, and like I've watched this my whole life. But yeah, what are some other things I want to talk about? Oh, I just want to point out that Mike said that Sully has been jealous of Mike's good looks since the 4th grade. They didn't meet until college, according to Monsters University, so that's false. My sister pointed that out to me. What else did I notice, which is really funny? Yeah, it's definitely just the funniest Pixar movie ever. There's so many like good jokes, and like it's just like I don't think nothing ever even comes close. So that's what it has. Would it rank in the upper half of the Pixar movies? I think so, because it's funnier and it's like sad too, and I teared up a little bit. So I know another thing about it that I find interesting is that it was nominated for the first year that the Oscars had a Best Animated Feature. That was only 3 movies were up for consideration. It was Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, which is, oh my gosh, a great movie. Shrek, which won, and then Monsters Inc. But like, that's a tough race. Honestly, like, that's close. But you know why they gave it to like Shrek. They gave it to Shrek because like that's the only good movie that DreamWorks had made. Like the first good movie that they made. Oh no, not the first, but like it was the first that was like a real success. Like it was great and people watched it. But yeah, you'd think Monsters Inc. though, because it's just so great. I think Monsters Inc. is probably a better movie. Oh, I don't know. Shrek is just, it's so much more focused and simple. Like if you ask me to explain the plot of Monsters Inc. and everything that's going on, no clue. Like there's so many different moving parts. But Shrek, you're like, Shrek just wants a swamp back, you know? Let me think, though. Oh, another thing I realized about Monsters, Inc. is just the animation is just beautiful. Like, that's another thing that sets Pixar apart from all these other... I don't know if you can hear other cars moving, but no one else is watching this but me. The one thing that, like, sets Pixar apart is just that beautiful animation. Hi, bus. Alright. Oh, it's perfect. Like, there's literally a shot of Sully, like, sleeping, and then, like, you can see all the individual little hairs on his body, and it's, like, the coolest thing. And, like, they're moving because he's, like, breathing on them, and it's just so impressive. And it's well shot, too. I know you're thinking, oh, it's an animated movie, what do you mean? But, like, the shots of, like, them, like, going, like, when they first show, like, Monsters Inc., like, the inside and all the monsters are coming through. I was like, if that was a scene in Star Wars and they were all practical aliens, then I would love it. But, yeah, it's just, it's just great. It's just fantastic. Definitely a must-see. I don't know, if I could if I really had to put it up against other Pixar movies, I think the only movies that are better are the Toy Story movies, all three. I don't know. I really like Ratatouille. Incredibles is good. Wally's good. Up's good. It's tough, but it's definitely up there. So we're definitely in the upper half. I'm okay with the sequel or the prequel, whatever it is. I also like that, but yeah, overall, just a great movie. I love what's his name? Shoot, John Goodman is so funny. And so is, Billy Crystal. And Steve Buscemi. See, I'm remembering all the names. I'm so proud of myself. They're all so funny. And it's just such an inventive world, Like, it's a world full of monsters. And, this is how everything works. And it all relies on Scream. And, like, it's just so well thought out. And it's such a great idea. I think that's the thing. You know how they had that whole Pixar, like, they all went to the table and they had their ideas and they're like, pitching them around. Like, that was one of the original ideas. And it's just such a great idea. And it's perfectly executed. Made me cry, made me laugh. Funniest Pixar movie. That's that's probably the most important thing about it that I've said. But yeah, I don't really have that much else to say about it except I watched it and I like it. This is probably a short review. Let me think. I don't know why I'm breathing so hard. It's like 8 minutes, damn, this is a long... Okay, this is actually pretty normal length. Hey, Adam, if you stayed with me for this long, you're doing fine. You're in 40-year-old Adam. You're in full wilderness right now for the 5th fucking year. Or no, I don't know. It's many years. And you're having a good time. Tomorrow, we'll do the same thing, but with Lilo and Stitch. And then the next day with Nightmare Before Christmas. Actually, I think we're going to skip that one because I'm not a big fan of Nightmare Before Christmas. Ooh! Wrap up Monsters, Inc., though. One of my favorite Pixar movies, definitely the upper third, I would say. And definitely 5 out of 5. This is a movie I rewatch every year or so, and it's quotable, and you remember all the characters, and, like, it's a fantastic movie. That's pretty much all I have to say, though. I'll see you tomorrow with Lilo. All right, good night.